Hello everyone, this is another episode on the coverage of EOS Main-net launch. As you know, EOS countdown is still ongoing. We have 1 day away, and 1 day and 5 hours to be exact from the EOS launch. What we realized is that we got a clarification that actually the registration can still be done till the launch starts, because there are a lot of if you are aware that today is the last day for EOS ICO, and the distribution will be completed in another day or so. So usually the tokens go out slowly because of the Ethereum network delays. Actually, that's the irony, because EOS is today is the last day when EOS will be using Ethereum network to transfer any tokens. After this 1 day is over, when the launch starts, all your tokens will be frozen. Nobody can move tokens from one place to another. As you know that we covered yesterday that the Binance has already frozen the tokens, but what they did is they have actually opened again. And the reason we see is that because Bitfinex, who is another big exchange, they have kept it open, and they are going to keep it open for 6 hours before the airdrop. That is actually, it's a wrong message here. Bitfinex should not say airdrop, but actually the snapshot. But anyway, I think that means that we have another day for moving around tokens. If you are not comfortable with your registration, you want to, and if you are panicking, maybe putting it in exchange is safer for you. But remember, you are going to miss out on a lot of airdrops. And specifically, I think the IQ token is not yet announced by Binance, and that is what is going to be the biggest value creation on the day of one of mainnet launch. Again, Binance has done the same. They are going to keep it open till 4 p.m. Universal time, and that is still another day away from right now. So what I would say is that some people who have the tokens on some exchanges which they don't like, they don't trust, and you're not comfortable doing your own registration, you still have time to move it around. Or in other words, you still have time to register. So Binance has not clarified whether they are allowing withdrawals. So we would like to hear from you, because in our team nobody has them on Binance anymore. So if you write some comments if you think that you're able to withdraw, that would be great for people to know. Now, Bitfinex and Binance we are tracking, but overall, the good news is that if you go to US authority, almost all tokens are registered now, and of course, 81% of them are explicitly registered by people and not using fallback. So that is a very good news. It is a lot of progress, and we still have more 24 more hours. So we are hoping that there is no fallback to be used, because in case of a fallback, those wallets will have to rely on recovering their private key. They will not have their private key themselves, and they will have to generate a private key from Ethereum. That can again create some complications. So we are very happy to see 81.7% registered, and we still have 24 hours to go. And the wallets which are totally off the radar, they are not registered, and they are not captured by fallback, has reduced to 1.3%. So this is pretty good news for EOS community. So we are very excited about this. And in parallel, we are seeing more and more dApps coming on EOS. And this is one of the chart which was shared by Dan Larimer. Excuse me. So Dan Larimer has shared this chart that there are so many dApps which are already announced and going ahead. So some of them are actually tokens in themselves, and we have airdrops for many of them, chains, Horus Pay. We are already talking about Everypedia, some of the big ones, and but it looks like this is really growing very fast, and within no time we are expecting that this will become bigger and bigger. So this is a very very exciting time. I think by end of this year we are expecting maybe hundreds or thousands of dApps on EOS, and once people realize how superior it is from Ethereum, we will see more and more progress on this. Then one more thing I would like to show is the voting. So there are a few voting sites. So some people are asking whether they should vote, so let me cover a little bit about that. So there are a couple of voting portals which community has built up: eosportal.io and votelibertyblock.io. Again, we are not really sure about the security of these portals. If you have a very good background on coding, if you can run these portals safely, remember, see, some of these are not even SSL enabled. Actually, both of them there is a warning that they are not SSL enabled. So we don't recommend you to vote right now. So voting will be starting on June 3rd as the earliest, because the nodes have to launch. There will be already existing designated block producers which will start the node. So those are not chosen, and as soon as the node is launched, you will have capability to vote. But remember, so I will show you one of the tweets which is EOS New York bot, and it covers very nicely. So there are no winners. So don't see it as an election, which is like once the block producers are chosen, they are going to be forever. Every 126 seconds, there is a new vote happening. This is a continuous voting process, so you can always help and participate in this process later, and you can stake your tokens. Now, one more thing is, as soon as you try to vote in future, you need to understand that the staking process right now locks your token for 3 days, and this is any voting period. Every 122nd you vote, you are actually locking your token for 3 days. So all these things we will cover more in detail. At this moment, all we are going to say is don't be in a hurry. No need for risking your private keys, because to vote you need to enter your private keys here. Even though these are community developed portals, we are not sure if they are safe. They are not secure. Even if the portals are safe, we don't know whether the link to the portal is safe, because these are not even SSL enabled, and you may get your private key lost by some hacker who gets into your browser through some means or others. So be careful out there. Wait for how it turns out, and more news coming out in mainnet launch before you do any such thing. And more things are coming, right? Means we talked about airdrop of tokena. We have a KEOS airdrop snapshot already happened. So more and more airdrops are coming, and we have such a huge ecosystem of apps. So we believe that within next couple of days, when the Genesis block is defined, all the tokens are frozen. You need to be on that Genesis block, and if you are not comfortable, and if you think that it's too late for you, you can always go to Bitfinex or Binance for your basic EOS Main-net swap. I would say Bitfinex is better, because they are supporting at least the Everypedia drop officially, and because they are going to be part of the EOS, their EOS block producer candidate, as well as they are running their own EOS Phoenix exchange on EOS. So they are actually a better partner to EOS, and they may support more and more airdrops. I'm not very comfortable right now people keeping the tokens on Binance. So these are all the updates. Again, we are only one day away. It's a very exciting time. Do send us your questions, what you want us to cover. I think next one day will be quite uneventful. We will just have some more updates on how the registration is going, maybe some news from exchanges, airdrops, but the real action starts tomorrow. That will be when the snapshot will be taken, and the block producers will start working on the launch. And we will talk a little more about what to expect before the launch tomorrow, even before the launch process starts. So do join us and wait for our videos. And again, thanks for all the support. Please subscribe to our channel. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so that we can be featured channel on YouTube. And please share the channel and the videos, and share it with friends who are really interested in EOS. And very soon after EOS mainnet launch, we will expand our coverage over other tokens. Because right now we are just focusing on EOS, because this, we believe, is one of the biggest launch in the blockchain world, and this can be a game changer. Again, thanks for joining. Bye bye.